Awesome.
All right, let's start the timer. And let's go. You have 30 minutes to paint whatever you want.
Soon here I come. That awkward moment when you start drawing with the eraser tool. Oh, it's weird. I saw him on, but I guess he's not here. Oh well.
Sorry, what?
I saw him on Skype, but I guess he's not. I must have something going on.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
More important than a failed seaman.
I guess. All right. Paint this mug. This what? Coffee thing. So. Cameron, you have to speak from time to time so people can see your screen.
All right, no worries, man. No worries.
Stay online. Let's hear.
If you want, I have an interesting topic we can talk about. Well, it's interesting to me.
All right, let's see.
Like when you started drawing like a very young age. So, what was like when you go back and you look at these old drawings? Like, it seems to me from the experiences I've asked people about and all that such, that they say that the drawings were shite,
Yeah.
but they say the ideas
Or better.
are incredibly interesting and more fun, I guess would be, like, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And like, I wonder, and I started thinking about this, and I'm thinking, like, could it be because the more we learn, the more restrictions we put on ourselves? Or is there something else there that's at work?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Like, why? Because I heard a lot of people say that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you feel? Maybe there's some. When you grow up, you lose a little bit of that. Childs are always like, imagine what their imagination always going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be like a part of growing up and also forgetting about that sort of. I wonder. It's an interesting philosophical question, man.
Hell yeah.
What do you think?
Like, I generally do think, like, the older you get, you learn more. But by learning more, you learn that there's rules to certain things. Like, for example, we'll go to art. When you learn how color works, you learn the laws and the rules that color has to abide by to look right on a piece. Sure, you can bend it a few here and there, but there's still order, Like, if you put saturation here, the color looks a lot brighter, more colorful. Desaturation makes it look a lot more gray and such. But with ideas, I feel that it's back to the thing that you were saying. Like, you do have a lot more freedom, and
Might be something like that.
I feel it does come down. You do put restrictions on yourself subconsciously.
Yeah, I guess you would. I guess that's what you do, really.
Yeah.
How exactly how does that work exactly? Because you can go back.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure you can reclaim that. Oh, welcome, Alejandro.
Keep
Oh,
going, guys. Do not, I'm not here. Just keep,
okay.
keep
All
going.
right, you can
What?
join in the conversation later then. Fuck, what was my train of thought? I didn't have one. Fuck. um, I've genuinely forgot what I was gonna say, so I'll just make something else up.
Yeah, well, I don't have too much of these old drawings though that I can look at to really see what I was doing. Because Alejandro was showing us last time some of his old. Like it's crazy how far you get into the story when you're a kid, and you see them actually. I was watching kind of a documentary about kids last time, and you would see them in the schoolyard, and they would instantly start playing with each other, inventing stories. Oh, we're at the restaurant. This is my restaurant. Welcome. And what do you want to be served? And the kid is like, I want a slug, a slug sandwich. You're like, what the hell is that? But they really get into it, and they go as far as they can. So the little girl would go. She would go down the stairs of the play yard and then start like cooking her slug sandwich and then serving it to these guys, and they were like, "Oh, really nice, thank you."
And they developed like a whole union and stuff, and then there's a strike, and
Dude, they would do that kind of shit. It's crazy, and it's funny how they just go with it. They don't care if it doesn't make sense, and if they even like you give them a slug to eat, they would they would hate it. They wouldn't eat it, right?
Hmm.
In their imagination, they still kind of go with it. It's just pretty.
You guys,
Hey,
check out yesterday. Remember the artist we were looking at?
okay.
Today I was trying the
Study.
style.
oh, dude, interesting.
This is nice.
It's pretty fun. Like it's kind of that process we were doing, but a bit more simple. And then I was using those like blending brushes. The this one mixer brush,
Mhm.
and it's fun, dude. I gotta use this process more. I'll try now in the study.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like that. Pretty fun.
Cool, right?
Did you experiment with like those like the edge saturation that he had? Like he does that exaggeration on the edge saturation.
Well, yeah, I didn't really like look at it before trying it because I didn't want to be like I wanted to figure it out by myself. So no, I probably some of it like the edge saturation I didn't do it.
Mhm.
But, yeah, it definitely like it was easy. It felt easy, and it felt like a fun way to describe characters. I think I'll start practicing that something like that.
Right.
And stop being so serious, with my work, like trying to be all realistic and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember when we were doing like experimenting with pixel stuff? That was super fun.
So fun, right?
Even more fun than the usual what we do all the time is sci-fi
Yeah.
guns and fucking. This is
Yeah,
boring as
you can
hell.
only do that for so long if we're getting bored. How are you, Cameron?
I'm fine, dude. Uh, we asked like a philosophical question just to start the topic off about like why when you look at drawings and stuff artwork you did when you were younger, why does it look more fun and like interesting than a lot of the like accurate yet less interesting ideas?
I know, right?
Like what was it? I think it was Ian McKegg. He was at like a talk, and someone showed him his portfolio, and he says, "Hey, can you help me?" And like, I'm not really sure. and he was asking about like, oh, do I need to do colors better? Do I need to do anatomy better? And he turned around to the dude and says, I think this is, but it might be a different situation. But he basically said like, the skill level and draftsmanship of artists nowadays has increased tenfold since back when he started. But what seems to have missed out is the story and the interesting ideas. Something's happened to them. So maybe the reason why it looks interesting back then is because we've put up these social restrictions on ourselves from growing up and just from our environments and wanting to become better and like seriousness and like trying to learn our craft.
Do you not like? I think we also see that in other parts of life. Like old people get more.
Yeah.
They start reading some boring books and watching some boring TV, and it's not that it's boring really. It's just it's serious, right?
It could be a limitation as well. Like their bodies are limited to certain amounts of like movements and actions.
Okay.
I think it's more a social thing. Like I think it's definitely you start worrying a lot about how you're perceived by others and
social like boundaries and shit.
Yeah, social and also especially for artists, like it's a professional thing. Like everyone wants to be like perceived a certain way. They want their work to be perceived a certain way, and nobody wants to show their flaws.
Well, that
you know,
I feel like that's also down to the fact is that because right now, from like my point of view, it might not be correct, but right now, the industry, like the art stuff and stuff, is very competitive because there's so much talented and skilled individuals out there that a sign of like flaws and all that could we mentally like subconsciously think, oh well shit, or if like an art director sees this or a client sees it and then they say, oh, he's not really that good. Like what if that's the first image that they see, you know?
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And that could be like a reason.
And it's funny because it's also just a mental thing. Because do you remember I think it was the ILM challenge recently about Star Wars?
Oh yeah, well,
remember the winning entries?
Yeah, it was so good.
It was so different.
I love the Matt Rolls one.
None of that, like social boundary kind of thing, where you have to do it in a certain way because the job, you know. I like that. I really enjoyed how it kind of played out. But yeah, I think it's like a natural thing. At the same time, you could say that it doesn't matter what you think. Like your feelings inside of maybe you say, oh, I have to do it a certain way, or maybe if it's conscious, right?
Yeah, the problem with that is that when you keep hiding your flaws to everyone, you're also hiding it to yourself. So you're isolating yourself into this bubble of I only show what is finished. I only show what looks a certain way because I don't want clients to see me being like failing or posting something that looks shitty. And I just
You cut off there.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe we lost him.
Gone. Those philosophy, man.
I feel like he's right though. Like you do put you're doing that. You're putting up boundaries that not boundaries. Sorry, constraints. That's the word. Constraints that don't really need to be there. You know, they don't really need to be there. But
But at the same time, like you can't go too far with that. It's like that balancing act of fucking life all the time. Where you have to have a certain amount of self-consciousness, and at the same time, you also have to fucking let go, man.
Yeah.
I think it's that this whole life story of trying to balance itself out between the two opposite sides.
No, from like my really like fucked up sleep schedule, I found myself when I'm at the breaking point of this absolute exhaustion, I come up with the strangest ideas, like the strangest like concepts and ideas for like stories and
Oh, yeah?
like drawings and stuff. And I wonder if that's because like everything's just taken away, your restrictions, your knowledge of the fundamentals, and you're just left
Basic mental
freedom.
abilities, kind of.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And I'm like, holy crap! What if I give
Good
this?
genius.
Yeah.
You
Like,
might also be misled by you're just tired and you can't see that it's shit.
or then I have those ideas and then I just crash on the pillow and go, just fucking sleep. And then I forget those ideas.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's terrible. I really need to do something about this.
Like when you're in that state, like you write shit down, do you?
I have like a book that I've just written down like random ideas, and just like if I get a piece of paper, I'll just write it down, and then I can read it back to myself, and like of course it's like a terrible grammar and terrible spelling, but like the ideas is like I find like I have the piece and enough like the story or the idea written down, and then I'll forget about it, and I come back to it, and I'm like, well, did I write this? And then I actually find myself, now that I think about it, I find myself like reading it. I'm like, oh, that can't work though, because of this and this and this, and no, that can't work. But and like, I could never come up with those ideas just like by myself.
It's sometimes there's a lot of history around artists changing their mental state, like taking, for example, drugs and things, and
Oh yeah, dude.
going a bit further than they normally would, and trying to find that, as what Picasso said, like being a child again. I think it's also good. It shows like to do something interesting. Sometimes you have to go back to being a child.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep, man. That's very deep.
Only deep talk here on Failed Singing YouTube channel.
This channel Deep Platitudes or something like that.
Deep platypuses. Deep otter.
Because it's things that. Oh, hey, welcome back.
Like, had a blackout. Like,
What do you mean blackout?
yeah, no, like the whole electricity
Like the
went
whole
down.
electricity grid?
Back. Yeah.
Is it stormy there?
No, it's Bali. It's Indonesia.
Is everything okay? Like your PC code and all that stuff? Because that can affect your computer and your electronics.
Well, I lost what I was doing.
Oh. Do you not have the auto function turned on?
The what? Yeah, but apparently it didn't.
Oh, damn.
Sometimes it doesn't.
You still have you don't have your like the thing that's on the battery, like between the plug and your computer, like you had before.
I do, but it doesn't handle when I use the graphic card. It doesn't handle it very well. It's too much power, too much. So it starts beeping out of nowhere, and it just doesn't handle the amount of power it needs. So yeah, fuck me, dude.
Start over.
Start over. That's cool. Yeah, no.
Oh, we have 11 minutes, Cameron, on that one.
Cool, that's cool. I'm having a really hard time studying. I used to be able to just draw paint metal quite easily, but now it's so long. And like whenever I do like metal armor or metal plates and stuff on characters, the client has a specific idea or look they want it to look like.
Yeah.
I find myself like getting that a lot. It's like, I really like your work. Can you make it look like this, dude? I'm like,
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Can you make it look like something else? Is that what they ask you?
Yeah, like because I've done a lot of like a lot of like RPG tabletop characters, and the main one they wanted to look like is Wayne Reynolds, because he's like the most iconic dude for that type of genre of art.
Okay.
So I have to find myself like trying to be Wayne Reynolds, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it turns out okay. I'm like, sometimes I just say, no, I'm not gonna do that. Let me just do what I want. and I do it, and they're like, "Holy crap, that's so cool!" And I'm like, "Awesome." But sometimes they turn around and go, "Yeah, can you change it to this, and can you get rid of that?" And I don't want it to be this color, and I'm like, "Oh, but it's cool." But then you just gotta suck it up because you gotta be professional. And sometimes, it turns out pretty cool. Like the client knows what's right. Sometimes, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, actually, you're right. That does look kind of cool."
Yeah.
Well, I understand that you might have to meet some kind of style for the IP, but everything should have its limits. Like you should be able to show some of your personality. Like that's what you've been learning all this time is the way you work, right? And it's fucked up someone to tell you, hey, paint exactly like this guy. Like I want it to look like that guy. I want it to like people to confuse it. And that guy gets paid 10 times, 20 times more than what you do. So what's the deal? It's like, well, listen, I'm not Brad Rigney,
Can't really beat this guy. There's no way you can actually do it.
No, it'd be
Even
kind of
if you
interesting.
want it, but some people can and
That's
emulate the style, and I think it's stupid.
I don't think it's that easy, right? To copy someone else, really. Like, it will always be a bad copy, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
Sure.
But yeah, people. It's kind of balance again between what people want and what you are.
Yeah, unless you're like sitting there with the person you need to emulate, it's not gonna happen. Because you need to like sit there and like study them like some National Geographic shit.
Oh man, it makes me think of that documentary I saw about this Art Faussaire. Like a guy was faking. It's a French dude, older dude, and he was basically faking, copying some old masters and selling shit. But he was so good that he started doing new works from old masters, and he would be good enough that the experts would say, "Oh, this is a whatever name he was trying to."
Oh yeah, sure. I think I heard about that.
And this guy, he was telling you in the documentary, he was went to the Museum of Fake Art or something like that in Paris, and so the woman there would tell him, like, yeah, we're pretty good at seeing
Knowing what's
how fake it is. Telling her, like, yeah, there's some fake paintings in all the museums. And she was like, no, this is not possible. And we know kind of. And he was like, yeah, sure. you're pretty sure that he knows, like in the Louvre, for example, there's this painting that he made and that is still there on the wall. And it's fake. But they can't really. There's also maybe some politics involved where they can't really say it's fake, right? Because it's in the museum and they're supposed to know. It was super cool just his face.
Yeah.
Face when he was telling that, it was just like you could see, like he knew some museums. He could give you names and shit.
Yeah. Didn't he used to be like a restoration artist?
Yeah. He wanted to be an artist, and then he failed some academy, I think, in Paris. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, and then he had and he died, didn't he? And then they went up to his attic.
He's still alive.
I remember. Oh wait, no, did he get caught? And then they went up to his attic, and then there's just like a bunch of these like old masterworks.
I don't remember exactly if he got caught or how.
Yeah.
I think he got caught, but
yeah, I remember seeing this one. Like this dude who was like a restoration artist. Basically, he would get the original paintings, copy them so exact and so precise, like even the cracks and stuff in the painting, but keep the original and give them the old one, give them the fake one.
Yeah.
And one day, I think this dude died, and then they went up to the attic, and there's a bunch of these old pieces. And they're like, "Wait, what?"
Some guys, they're just, and the funny thing is that if you're good enough to make a copy of, and they go research some old paint and they go buy like the paint from back then
They make it themselves.
And it goes so far. It's crazy how far can people go. And this guy is a real artist. He was making new paintings from guys that were dead that were already considered like masters, and he would use their technique to do new works for them when they were already dead. And then he would do that for a few different people, really famous people, right? Ah, man, it's fascinating.
It is, dude. Especially like that. Like when I see them, people, those like, especially the restoration artists, I'm like, holy crap! The amount of draftsmanship and skill and knowledge they have, and this fucking patience, really. I'm like, damn, son.
You have 4 minutes now.
That's cool. I basically just got the dodge tool and was like, screw it, I'm not painting actually shiny surfaces. But I kind of like the way it's looking. Like, it's an interesting idea for applying stuff. Like, I like the, like in that Brad Rigney tutorial he did way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he shows how he does metal and skin and all that. And there's a lot of cool information there. Like he uses the dodge tool to get all that like texture out, and then he moves it around so he can morph it into metal, and he knows how certain metals look.
I remember seeing that.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And at the same time, it's a weird technique. Like I didn't like it. I couldn't like do it. It was his own, like, because he kind of made it for himself in a way. So
well, like if you know his influences, like if you go and look at like old school comic book artists like Richard, I think it's Richard Corbin. I'm not entirely sure, but if you look at like, I need to find the book. I have the book somewhere. I think it is Richard Corbin. But like if you look at Richard Corbin's stuff, you see the influence that he took from that. And it's because I think he said like he tried to he wanted to learn oil paints, but he didn't have the money for it.
yeah, you fake it.
Yeah, it's just like it's cool to see like what's the outcome from being limited in your resources. I need to look this up. Richard Corbin. Yeah, it's Richard Corbin. Dude's just amazing. Richard Corbin? Yeah. And if you look at his stuff, you'll be like, oh yeah, dude, you can definitely see the inspiration. Yeah, sorry, I had to look that up. I actually need to get a table and actually I keep putting all these objects on the same bloody wooden table.
Yeah, I had to add like a little blue paper because my disc is always the same colors. Fucking annoying. I want to do the same thing every day, the same colors.
Oh yeah, man. Righty ho.
Okay. 1 minute and 30 seconds. What can I do in that time?
Light up another cigarette.
No, not yet. I'll take a break. I'll take a break. I need to calm that smoking a little bit because it's been ridiculous.
Yeah, my friend only does it when he goes out drinking, really. As a social.
Yeah, when I drink, I have to smoke. It's weird. I think a lot of smokers have that. Coffee with the alcohol, for example. But it's just during the day. I got to a point where I was smoking way less. So okay, I can do it. I mean, I'm smoking way less than a few years back.
Do you feel like you have an addictive personality?
Yeah, like every fucking human being in the world, like have a tendency to, to go a bit too far.
You've gone too damn far. Nah, but like, I want to do more like agrees into why what happens between those years of development and studying, like what happens to the ideas and all that. Is it a lack of visual library and just like seeing the world through a different eye, or is it something else?
Maybe you have less things to. Okay, done. Less things to clutter your vision. You you can focus on certain things because you don't have that much
Going on.
experience, I guess. When you have a lot of experience, then you can get blinded by it.
Mm.
Seems like it, at least. I don't know.
Oh, welcome back, dude.
Okay. Well, it looks
The camera's on. There you go.
fine to me. Save. Done. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the phone, man, because I don't want to break my computer.
Okay.
It's just going on and off and on. And the last time I rebooted the computer, the brushes somehow, or the driver, the Wacom driver wasn't engaging or something, so I couldn't get the sensitivity.
You may just need to do an entire clean of the computer.
Entire what?
Clean up. Like, you know, hit it with the defragging, CC clean. Lawrence has a bunch of stuff that he can tell you how to get it cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, frag it. I mean, Windows had that thing already there. The tool.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I like the way how you've kind of like implied the porcelain kind of look, or the clay, or the gloss, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Thanks.
Just like subtle things like that.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this observation studies.
Mm.
I remember doing it. Like the first one I ever did was a spoon, actually. Like, usually,
Yeah.
But
Isn't like
it's great to see like the edges and see the difference in what's happening there.
isn't like the most complicated one the egg, like painting and drawing an eggshell?
I don't know. Maybe.
I've heard that somewhere. Like that's probably the most difficult one to get accurate.
I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do it.
Oh,
Thanks for the because I don't know what to draw. Like I have a bunch of objects around me, but okay. I need to find a subject for the next one.
From me, it's like the wife walking by.
maybe a fuse blew in your house, dude.
What?
Fuse in the fuse box.
No, it's not the fuse. It's from the street. The electricity is messed up. They must be changing something, or I don't know. It doesn't happen often, so hey, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Blood dead air.
Some bread, and yeah, there's no egg in bread.
You still like, you
Like-
still on that, man?
What kind of bread do you have? What kind of bread? Strange. No, it's just because she said she would go get some bread. And I was unsure. I was like, maybe they know something that I don't.
Putri said eggs, a bread comes with egg.
No, but it's not the basic bread.
What's French bread has egg in it, right?
No, it doesn't have eggs in. It's like flour, and water,
Water.
and what do you call that?
You don't put in it
Milk.
any kind of like butter or like oil.
We
There's
kind of
oil.
certain breads.
There's
Like,
some oil, but it's just a little bit.
yeah, like there's certain breads that you can, because there's different types of breads that you can get. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't there like a most basic type of bread?
Yeah, it's flour. It's yeast, which is flour.
Yeast.
Milk,
Flour,
water. I think.
and
And
What
water.
about that white bread that little kids eat?
Oh,
No.
you mean like white loaf? No, I don't know. I think they add something into that, maybe salt, sugar, or something. I don't know. Oh, you got brown bread, which is normal bread. It's, I don't know. I'm not a baker. I'm not the muffin man. Do you know the muffin man? The muffin man, the muffin man. Sorry, I recently watched Shrek again. That's the gingerbread man being interrogated. Not the gumdrop buttons. Anything but the gumdrop buttons.
Yep.
I'm sorry, the shit that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, man, whatever. What are you? I don't remember that.
You don't remember that from Shrek?
I don't remember. No, I don't think. I mean, I've seen it a while ago.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, my brain's like a vice for the most stupid and idiotic shit. It's like I'm trying to learn color and fucking light, and then it's like, oh, do you remember this movie from like 50 years ago? I'm like, what? Oh, man. Ooh. How's the chat and all that?
Oh, there's nobody here today.
Ah, that's cool.
The only day where we have like a decent conversation and philosophy and all that.
Yeah. Like I came in here thinking like, yeah, I remember because I thought because like Alejandro wouldn't show up, so I thought, well, Long doesn't really not very aggressive. Well, let's actually try and speak.
Well, that's a fail.
Yeah.
I think we gotta get better mics. Don't you think, guys?
Better mics?
I have a perfect mic.
Yeah. I
It's
need
fine.
a better mic.
Yeah, we don't sound very clear. Okay, wait.
Well, your dog comes out loud and clear. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna do the study too, even if you can't share, Alejandro?
I'm laying down in bed right now.
Semen.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm just with the AC straight pointing at me and listening to you guys.
Okay.
Oh,
With my wife here.
Hey, Putri.
afternoon, Pritri.
Good afternoon to you guys.
Oh man, it's a female version of Alejandro.
No! No, you cannot say that!
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. What?
No.
You don't want to be like your husband?
All big and muscly and looking like a seal. So, you ready to start, Long?
No.
All right, no worries, man. I got this really cool this beach and mountainside. I can't remember where it's from. I think it's in Egypt somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Man, the last time I saw water that like clear and pure was in Cyprus.
Oh, I'd like to go to Cyprus.
Yeah, dude, it's such a beautiful. It was such a beautiful country when I was there.
Greece, Cyprus, all these Mediterranean like islands. That was really cool.
I just love to just visit places. Just let me visit places. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Like I really want. Like it sounds so like stereotypical. It's not stereotypical, but like so cliche. It's like I want to go to Japan, but like to me, it has such a rich culture.
Yeah.
And such beautiful architecture. And I'm also a giant like nerd.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, Japan sounds great.
Also, like whenever you go anywhere, you have to try the food. Like that's one of the main reasons you travel is the food. You know.
Yeah.
That's why, like in Germany, Germany has such amazing food, like currywurst and the meats, the vegetables. It's all so good.
Listen now.
Hmm?
I think it's plain, isn't it? It's German food. Well, unless you're eating sausages and they have like really good mustard.
Oh man, the sauces are just incredible.
I'll get some more coffee.
Beer considered food?
Hmm?
Is beer food? Would you consider beer
I'd
as
say
a food?
drink classes as food in the same sense, but I think, yeah, because you're enjoying the cuisine of the country. Because like you can go somewhere and like just like I know some people say that it's not true, but like when you go from England to Scotland, you can taste the difference in the water. At least
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can.
there's just something about it. I guess it's just like lack of pollution and such. Oh, we got a dog. Perspective of a failed seaman. You're right there, Alejandro. You know this is live, right? Just gonna mute myself, and you guys can enjoy Alejandro and his dogs.
Look at that making out. That was making out. Jeez, stop it. Yeah, I gave up, man.
What, you give up on art? Oh, finally, that's competition.
Yeah. I think after this I'll try doing a little illustration, like complete thing, using the brushes, mixing brushes. And I'll try to go like colorful and kind of a bit less negative.
Okay. So you're gonna do a potential tutorial about you describing how you use a mixer brush.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
So no, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't really know how it works, anyways.
But there's always that thing, dude. It's even though you are always still better than someone that's like, because there's always someone starting out. I think that's a nicer way of saying it. There's always someone starting out who's still trying to learn and such. So if you made that,
Wrong.
if you made that tutorial, some person who's just starting out says, "I want to learn how this works." Oh, cool! This dude's got it, and he's got really decent draftsmanship. So I'll look at his work. And
Totally.
I'll watch this video and learn how he does it. And I'll become the next Alejandro Mirabel. I just think that's a good way to look at it. Is that there's always someone starting out.
Yeah.
Someone
Just
told me
going
that, but I can't remember.
to those who start out.
Because even if you think like, oh, I'm not skilled enough, there's always someone who's less skilled trying to learn.
One I can take. Someone I can trick.
That's recorded, by the way.
Right.
Should you label the video that Alejandro and his tricks?
Oh, he's a trickster.
He likes to show his dogs.
Ah, shit, I clicked his screen. Shouldn't have done that.
Oh, did you click his screen? It's just been showing his screen this entire time?
No, I just did it, but I managed to get rid of it.
As you can see, Alejandro has given up.
All right. Let me finish this, have a little bit more coffee, and we can start the study.
No worries. Do you want to stop it and then start up again and say part 2?
No.
Oh, well, you're really just going to make an entire 3-hour-long video with dead air.
It's okay. It's only been, 10 minutes?
Yeah, true. We can talk more about that discussion if you want.
Yeah, if you have anything more to say. Because I'm still...
There's also the other aspect of it where you look at it and you're like, holy crap, I have grown so much. How the hell did I do that? And you don't really, like, because it's like when you don't really notice it, but when you look at, because there's records of it, there's records of your stages, and you're like, holy crap, I didn't feel the changes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, but it's majority you don't. And it's always interesting to see that.
There's murder in the chat saying,
Oh no.
how you guys doing? Take questions from the chat. And then, how do you live with yourselves? Well, we don't.
Well, 2 of these men have wives. So I live by myself with my gran. So that's how I live with myself. Yep.
Yeah, I'd have to look back at my older work, and I'd like to find some of my kids' drawings. I mean, my drawings when I was a kid.
Yeah, dude. And the thing about digital art, like one of the perks is everything. You can pretty much post everything online, so there's always a record of it somewhere.
You can always, find it.
Yeah, especially your Crimson Dagger stuff. All those blood spots you did.
That or the stuff on concept art, or all these websites have a record of it.
And if you look at it, dude, you it's a weird feeling. You're like, how? Especially when you look at the really old stuff, like back like Stickman and stuff. You're like, how? How did I? How? How did I get to this point?
It's interesting how it changes,
Yeah,
and you don't really realize that you're learning things most of the time.
totally.
I feel. You have some moments where you feel like, oh yeah, I get that now. But most of the time, it's just your brain working, and yeah, like you said, after years, you're like, dude, yeah, I grew up a little bit.
You learn some shit.
Okay. Do you want me to start the timer?
Yeah, dude. Go for it.
Reset and start. You have 30 minutes.
I have 30 minutes.
What are you painting? Oh, this cool. Oh, this is a nice.
Yeah, I like the blue. I just really like the blue and like
Mhm.
because you have like this. Because it's always interesting to me because like the further away something goes, the more like it gets. I guess the word desaturated with blue because of like the sun's rays and all that stuff, the colors and stuff. So it's always interesting to me to see how that color works with already existing blue.
Yeah.
Fucking dog.
Which one is that?
That's Cleo.
Leo and Johnny or Killian?
Yeah.
He named his dogs after people's names. His friends. Like, if he gets a new dog, he'll call him Cameron or something.
Yeah, if you do that, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
He'll be the stupidest dog. Fucking walks into shit constantly. Also, by doing these studies, I found myself actually like experimenting more with different brushes. Like, not like brushes that already have predetermined textures and such, but this brushes that you wouldn't necessarily use.
Yeah, it's quite a good. It's a good time to try some weird brushes.
Yeah.
I feel. It could just be a dog stream.
That would be cool. And you just have deep philosophical talks where dogs are playing. How does one grow? How does one live? It's just a dog that's rolling around in the dirt. He's just giving up. I feel sorry for you, Alejandro. He's just giving up.
This is my life now. You guys study, I'll just show my dogs. You guys subscribe, follow us. If you like
I think Marjorie likes it.
I always used to be very hesitant in like using the color, the like actually look for the color and choose where it is and all that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just terrible with color. So I'd often be like, if I want a blue or a red, I'll just find an image that has that and just color pick it.
Yeah.
But now I find myself actually trying to do it.
Yeah, and it works, right?
Yes, yes and no. Like I see, like it's weird. I know like if a color's wrong, and I'm like, damn it, but this can't be us fixing it.
Yeah, you'll see. Like I definitely feel that I'm getting way better at this. I'm sure it will work.
It has to, right? It has to.
It's to work.
I'm like being very careful not to like knock my mic because it makes so much noise when I do. I just forget it because I zone out.
Yeah, it's been fine. Aren't you using the same as you did yesterday? It's a bit better.
Yeah. Like Macs are terrible with like sound and like microphones that aren't designed to be used on Macs. Because they like say, "Oh, we gave you a built-in one," and I'm like, "But it makes it sound like I'm sitting downstairs."
Yeah, no, this one is good. This one is fine.
It's got that bass.
Right. All right, the greens. Ugh. Green is just too crazy.
Oops. I'm thinking maybe I should dedicate a day where I just do nothing but the business side of this.
But what?
I was thinking like maybe I should just dedicate a day to just me doing nothing but the business side.
The business side?
Yeah, like make sure all the books are up to date and stuff.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Idea.
Yeah.
Keep your things up and running because it gets overwhelming, right? If you start forgetting.
Oh yeah. Luckily, like whenever I get a job, I like make sure everything's done there and then, and that tends to like balance out quite easily.
Yeah, it's good. You're right.
Oh, fuck. No, that's not right. Got bloody builders working outside on a bunch of new houses.
Oh.
So if you can hear them, just let me know.
No, it's fine.
First it was the seagulls, now it's the builders. Mind you, seagulls are a lot more annoying. Fuck off.
It just won't fuck off.
No, they will not, sir. It's like, what did I do to deserve this torture? And they're like, car, feed me. And I'm like, fuck off.
We're at 19 minutes.
Bloody color.
Bloody color.
Bloody color. Which was the name of my heavy metal band back in school. Bloody color.
Okay.
Dude, I went through so many, like... Because people didn't have the drive to commits and stuff, so I was in so many different bands. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, let's have a session where we just sit down and just try and, I don't know, do some cover songs first, and we'll work out. And they're like, oh, no, man, I'm going to play some video games. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
This is a band.
Yeah, I was like, this was your idea.
And then the other one working. And oh, this reminds me of something.
sitting there working my ass off, trying to learn the bass, trying to get some sweet riff sound. I'm like, dum, 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 dum. Happens a lot. And then I think it was like I was in one band that we kind of sounded like Paramore, basically.
I don't know much about music, bro.
It's like a pop punk band. And then I was in another one when that one basically fell because people just didn't want to do shit. And I was like, fuck's sake. And then I went to another one, and then the dudes wanted to experiment with electronic stuff. Like, you know, I can't remember what the name was of again, like the boards which produce different sounds and such.
Yep.
And then that fell through because the guy just couldn't be asked.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed from every single one of these, fucking the fuckers were happy to take pictures. Like trying to take pictures of like, yeah, we need like a cool picture for like a fucking MySpace. I'm like, we don't have any songs.
Could you focus on the music first?
Yeah, can we at least create a product, even if it's a cover song, dude? Like, come on, guys. Nope. They always had a lot more fun telling people, yeah, we're in a band and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them like, what?
Really?
Really?
It's funny. I've never seen that too much. Bands and like high school and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was like a group of, because you know you get the different sects like goths, emos, punks, rockers, chavs, and all that.
Yeah.
There's a group of say goths. I say goths, but they were the sweetest guys ever. They're really nice and shit. It was really funny because we had like a music program at my school. At the talent show, they'd be playing like these heavy metal, like grindcore, like screaming and stuff, and epic metal riffs. But because they're part of the music program, they would have to do assemblies where they play classical music on guitars.
Nice.
It's just funny seeing these dudes with long black hair and like studs and shit just going.
This is the best.
It was good, dude. Yeah, man. We had a few talent shows like dude, and it was mostly just like the only ones that actually had like the confidence to do anything were the metal bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just really funny to see the teachers' reactions. It's like, okay, we have Blood and Carnage, and they're going to be doing a song cover of Whitechapel. I'm like, what? Just like stupid stuff like that. And I'd be like, okay, cool, let's have a look here. And then he just starts screaming his voice out. And then you got the guitarist who's actually into it, and he's like, yeah, metal. Oh, man.
I had fun like that in the music classes. I hated it so much, dude. It started when I was around 11, 12. I always forgot my flute because, you know, you had to do.
Oh, yeah, the standard, like, yeah.
I never brought it because I didn't want to do the fucking flute. So I didn't do it. And then I would keep doing that when we had to sing. I wouldn't come. I was just so...
Same, dude. Like, I just didn't want to do it. Like, one session, he basically put us in groups and said that we had to sing. And I was like, but I can't sing, dude. I sound like someone scratching a knife and fork across the plate.
What are you talking about? Why would I do that?
Yeah, why would I sing? And he's like, it's okay, it's a blues song. And I'm like, the hell does that have to do with it? And he's like, some of the best blues singers can't sing. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm tone deaf. It's just in there's actually video recording of me singing, and it's terrible, dude. It was so bad. Basically, I don't know where it is. It's like in the school system and shit. So there's actually recording of me singing. It's probably lost to the archives or some shit.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny because the group I was in, there was an American dude, and there was two other chill dudes, like Hawaiian kind of surfer dudes, and they were playing the piano. And I guess somehow we decided to try and imitate Linkin Park.
Okay.
And they gave us lyrics, so we had to basically interpret these lyrics into our own style or our own voice. And the American dude, he could rap, man. He could rap, he could sing, he could do a lot of really cool and performing stuff. So he's there just rapping and singing and shit, and just playing the piano at the same time. And then I have to come in with like the soft singing shit, and it's like, and you can see the shock and horror on my teacher's face when he realized, oh shit, you can't sing.
Maybe you should sing something for us now. Let's see how bad it is.
I'm not doing that. No, thank you.
Come on.
I do it when I have fun, but no, I'm not gonna publicly embarrass myself on recorded devices.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah, it's just fun shit like that, really, to be honest. Just cool memories like that.
School was cool. I wish sometimes I could go back, but then
Well, that's because like now it's like, oh, I'll do this right, I'll do that right. You'd actually want to learn, but then again, I think like the reason why you didn't want to learn then is probably because of like the teacher. Like the teacher can make and break a learning experience.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess totally. At the same time, I was a pretty shitty student because my problem was that I was quite good in the beginning when I was younger, and then I didn't do any work. And this taught me a really important lesson: is that if you don't work, you can be really talented from the start. This is not going to work out if you don't work. So.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people, that basically they never studied, but yet they would always get good grades and shit. And I think it's just because they were able to take information in much better or much easier than people. So in the lessons, they didn't really have to worry about stuff because they understood it quite quickly. And I fucking hate those dicks.
AKA all my friends. So I would like just be like, oh, I just hang out with them. Yeah, they don't study. It's gonna be fine. And then I'll just fucking fail every time. And they'll just smoke a joint, go back to school, and remember what they learned that day. And I'm not there.
He was like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was one of those pricks, and then I went to university, and it started going deep with math and physics and all that stuff. And if you don't study, you can be really smart, but you gotta work, you gotta do the exercises, you gotta fucking do it, man.
You gotta work.
It was pages after pages after pages of math and calculation, and you can't really, like, you can learn the theory, but it doesn't, like, you really have to do the exercises to understand it, right? So I got into that really bad situation where I was years behind. It started to be really like uncomfortable, and then I found a tablet.
And you gave up.
And this is
this is much more fun.
This is much more fun. Yes, being an engineer is not that fun, actually. It is. I mean, it's just such a different.
Can you remember that first experience? Like that first thing that said to you, like, "Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna keep doing this."
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Of course, I remember.
Yeah, I remember too. I remember my first digital painting.
I can't actually, to be honest. Like I remember looking at there's this one dude on DeviantArt, and I was like, "Holy shit, this dude's fucking amazing!" But like, I just I don't remember the first time I picked up like a stylus or wanted to get a stylus because like shit, man, I want to learn.
It was. I remember because it made such a big impression on me because I knew these things existed kind of, but I never saw any, or I never realized they really existed. And I was this friend that invited me to to his in university to his apartment. You know, they have small apartments, like student apartment basically. And he had this tablet like on his desk, and I was like, "What the hell is this, man?" And I started trying it. He was like, "Yeah, you try it." And I couldn't draw. I was trying to draw a circle, and it just didn't work. I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it.
Oh, that's crazy. I remember now. Like my tablet was the same. A friend gave it to me. Like as a, he said, "Oh, I see you drawing all the time. Have you ever tried this?" I'm like, "No way. I don't know what this is." And he just gave me this wake up gray tablet, and it was so hard. I remember it was so hard to get the strokes right, you know, and at some point I fell in love with it, and I discovered DeviantArt. I'm gonna give you the tablet back. It's mine now. Fuck you. I get it.
I can remember the first tablet and the first drawing program software I had. It was this really bad tablet that was designed basically for architectural structures. So it made it easier for architects and all that to put down lines and create these blueprints for houses and shit. So already I'm at a disadvantage trying to make brushstrokes. And then I was like, man, I want Photoshop. Photoshop seems to be the good thing that everyone uses. So I'll go and get it. But then I saw another program, and my cheap ass self was like, oh shit, that's a lot cheaper than Photoshop, which is like £100 odd quid at the time when you could actually buy a physical copy. And I was like, I'll just get that. So I go home and I'm like super excited. Put it in, install it, and I'm like, yeah. Go to do my first brushstroke. I'm like, what the fuck? And I see this black line going through, and I'm like, what the hell? And so I do another stroke, and then the same again, another black line. I'm like, what is that? And so I click on the black line, and it turns out each brushstroke creates its own shape and path.
Oh, you had that?
I had that. I was like,
okay,
what the fuck?
Wow. Yeah.
So imagine painting and doing brushstrokes and all that with the pen tool. It was exactly like that.
Nice.
And so that kind of stopped me from touching digital art for a while. And then I just...
So the first software that I remember was called Classic Painter or something like that. And it was really cool. It had watercolor, like literally, like I want watercolor. So the brush would kind of behave like watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't have blending modes. Like the blending modes were like already mixed in with the brush, you know. So it was a fucking mess, dude. I didn't know what I was doing, but everything looked shit. Everything looked like super saturated and dark, and values were all over the place.
Oh yeah, we all go through that phase where we use like way too much black or really dark colors, and that's when you learn, oh wait a minute, maybe I should actually turn down the brightness on my screen.
Yeah. Everything is super black.
It's like, oh man, I need a shadow here. I'm just gonna fill it in black.
Yeah, exactly.
Next Mike Mignola.
That is a black.
Yeah. Is that Mike Mignola, the Hellboy dude?
Yep.
Yeah, this the next one. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be awesome. It's like, no.
Oh my god, I it's too bad I don't have those paintings anymore. I lost the laptop where I had them.
You still have that one, no, of the soldier.
Yeah. Well, imagine like after that one, I have hundreds like of fucking failed.
Oh, that's terrible.
I would love to have them, man. And then I look on DeviantArt because I was sure like, oh, there's an archive of something that keeps them, you know, there, but I couldn't find them.
Yeah. Didn't you say like it's weird? Like, remember we were just browsing on Pinterest, and I said, "Hey, is this yours?" And you're like, "Holy shit, that's from back in the day when I didn't know about layers."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, learn about layers and sensitivity, brush sensitivity, like really later, like very late.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Very interesting. I was just
Yeah, I would paint everything in one layer and then use the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for opacity, and I will use flow as well. And yeah, that was it. That's all I knew.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, I
cool.
sucked really bad.
These are the stories.
Followed tutorials online and just followed every tutorial I could find on space art. I just did that. it was cool. Loving it. I remember my friends in university. Hey, look at this! Like because like none of us went to art school, right?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, it's true.
I have a national qualification in art and design, which means fucking shit.
Yeah.
I only went to art school because I didn't know what I was doing. I was in that period of like, oh, what do I do in my life? And I thought, I'll go to art school. And then it's just like, I already know more than the teacher. Not to sound cocky or anything, but it was just true and it was so sad.
Yeah. Sad for a teacher.
It's really sad for the teacher. Well, he was classed as a lecturer, not a teacher. He made that very clear. I'm not a teacher, I'm a lecturer.
Oh, wow. Oh, you gonna lecture me?
I was like, yeah. So you gonna lecture me about how badly you designed this fucking lesson plan? No. But I met a few. The positives I got from that experience was I met a really good friend who I'm still good friends with today. And he's currently in art school. But unfortunately, it's the same thing again, dude. Like, the teacher is not explaining it fully, like, what they want to do. Like, they're doing the right steps and shit, but they're not being explained why they're doing the steps.
Yeah. Well, some teachers are not that good.
Yeah, that's because you're good at art doesn't mean you're a good teacher.
Some really good teachers, and you have some teachers.
I remember this one art teacher. It was like, you gotta experience world. You gotta look at life and spend time with the homeless, like I did. And I'm like,
spend time with the homeless.
Mother Teresa.
It was
Mother Teresa teacher.
He's fucking weird, dude. This is the same dude that used to eat like raw potatoes and custard for no fucking reason.
Like some hippie.
He was weird. He was very health fitness as well. He was built like a tank. And it's like
raw potatoes.
and he just fucking just, like randomly he would just start eating the art supplies. Like he'd just pick up a piece of charcoal and just eat it.
Wow.
See that guy added.
That's cool. That's a good one. Yeah.
It's fucking weird. Yeah. And I vividly remember this, him one day trying to teach us about animation and movement. So he jumped up on the table, like literally like powerlifting, jumped up with no like hands or anything onto the table. I could feel it break and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
And then he just starts and he says, and he gets into this robot pose, you know, like when you do the robot man dance, and he says, draw me, just shouts out to the class. And we're like, and we're running around trying to get art, like paper and pencils and shit. And we're like, okay, go. And then before we could like sit down and finish that, he jumps up and starts kicking and starts doing the motions of walking, but really exaggerated walking. And then he gets to the end of the table and he jumps off and he just like a hard man, he stands up with his chest popped out and he's like, all right, let's see what you got. And I'm like, what?
Wait, what, dude? This guy was on drugs, dude.
He probably was, dude.
Yeah, man, he's seen some shit.
He probably had.
PTSD or something.
Dude was fucking crazy. Oh. It was a lot harder to try and get the different hues and shades of blue. There's a lot of green, there's a lot of purple.
Your beard.
Sorry.
Shave your beard, bro.
Yeah, I can't shave it anymore.
At least trim it like a little bit.
It is trimmed. I got a 5 o'clock shadow.
What?
5 o'clock shadow? What does that mean?
I don't know. It's just a term and phrase I've heard to like describe like that gray stubble you get in the mornings.
Okay.
I have no idea.
That's cool.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. How did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed it, dude.
Okay. Well, I have to go do some stuff for like an hour, so I guess I'll be back this afternoon. But
No worries.
yeah, let's stop the stream. Bye bye, Marjorie.
Signing out. Peace.
Bye.